What's happening, guys? Big things are popping and little things are stopping, little things are dropping, and this video is for all the big thinkers, for those that like when big things pop and when big things are popping. My name is Craig, CR, kick it to the AI, slam it to the GG, the $1 trillion man. Alright, so guys, I'm excited. You can see what's happening on my screen. I'm going to talk about it now. So if you're looking for ways to make money with Bitcoin, mining, trading, ClickFunnels, ClickBank, affiliate stuff, anything to make money online, this is a channel for you. I've got awesome videos. I've been cleaning up my channel. You've probably noticed some changes. So yeah, I'm excited about what I'm about to bring you. I want to thank you for all the people that have subscribed. We hit over 1,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping to take that to 10,000 and then to 100,000 and get my beautiful YouTube placard or trophy, whatever you want to call it, and stick it on the wall. Yeah, so guys, I'm going to show you guys some incredible stuff today, and show you some easy ways and not so easy ways to make money. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in learning more about making money and how what's going on with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin halving, and how you can make money with mining, and this is really, guys, it's for the big boys. This video is specifically for people that have got money, but if you are interested and you want to see the numbers and how it all works, you're welcome to watch and stay. If you know any people that don't know what to do with their money, they've got a lot of money, refer them to this video and to my channel. And let me just do some housekeeping quickly before I continue. Yeah, so before I read this, I just want to show you guys, I'm going to be talking about these kind of numbers, okay? I'm talking about millions, I'm talking about hundreds of Bitcoins, okay? I'm going to be talking about the S17 73 terahash ant miner. I'm going to be talking about the newest racehorse that has just entered the stables, the S19 Pro, 110, a whopping 110 terahash per second. Okay, I'm going to be talking about all these things, but before we continue, I'm just going to give you a taste of how you can get here, how you can get 55 Bitcoins per year, 276 Bitcoins per year, okay, and double that. I need to do this. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is my personal opinion and not financial advice. Nothing I say in any of my videos should be construed as financial advice. Do your own research and due diligence and consult your financial advisor. Investing in anything, trading and or dabbling in cryptocurrency, stocks, startups is risky. My YouTube channel and all the videos I've made and uploaded and all future videos I make and upload are for educational and entertainment purposes only. If anyone acts on anything I say in my videos, they do so at their own risk. By watching my videos and or subscribing to my channel, you acknowledge that my videos are for educational, entertainment and informational purposes only, and you also take full responsibility for any actions you may take using the educational and informational videos on this channel. Alright, there we go. All the houseworking done, all the housekeeping done. So guys, check it out, man. I've never seen such movement of Bitcoin. I haven't opened up this website in a while, Fiat Leak. If you guys look at my older videos, you'll see you know, the movement was pretty slow. It was almost like in slow motion, and then it would kind of stay quiet for a while, and then you'll see like a few Bitcoin moving this direction and that direction. But look at this. This is insanity, right? I mean, look at all the Bitcoin racing out into the States, guys. There's something going on. There's something big going on. Money is moving, okay? Money is moving. Bitcoin is moving. The US is going crazy. They are buying Bitcoin like nobody's business. I don't know if this is Donald Trump. I don't know if this is the Fed. I don't know what's going on, but there's something going on, right? Well, I have an idea what's going on, but I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not a genie that knows, and nobody does, you know. And just be careful of all these other guys on all these YouTube channels that, you know, they're doing it because they're making money off the ads, and of course they make money other ways. They're definitely not making money giving you any kind of advice. So just be careful of those guys that think they know it all and think they know which direction Bitcoin's going to go. Well, you know, the so-called quote unquote traders. But this is incredible the way this Bitcoin is moving. Now guys, I want to talk to you about mining, what I have available, and I'm one of the cheapest suppliers of turnkey um, Bitcoin miners. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about the S19 Bitcoin Pro, and about the S17 Pro, which was the latest one, but obviously the S19 is now the latest, newest racehorse out of Bitmain stables. Now, the important thing to realize, guys, there's a lot of companies, third parties, vendors, whatever you want to call them, that sell these that sell these machines. Okay, these ASIC mining machines, but they don't provide turnkey solutions, right? And what I mean by a turnkey solution, I mean they'll just sell you the equipment. They'll just sell you this and you'll get it, and some sell it with the power supply and others without the power supply, and then you have got to go and put everything together, or find a warehouse or whatever to host it for you, or host it in your own house or in your own garage or on your farm or whatever, and you've got the task of being the technical person behind the scenes. I'm an investor. I don't like to get involved in technical stuff. It's way too time consuming, and it's not money making, money producing activities. Okay, it's headaches, right? And that's somebody fiddling with wires, fiddling with software, configuring machines, monitoring machines. That is somebody that you employ, and that's if you want to employ them, okay, to do that for you, because these machines need to be monitored. They need to have reasonable or even as the cheapest electricity as possible. Okay, so you want a turnkey solution, and that is what I provide. I provide you with a turnkey solution. I don't sell miners, I sell turnkey solutions. And also I want to say that this is by no chance MLM. I've been involved in the very early stages back in 2015, 2016 with MLM type companies. At the time it was a good idea. These days it's a bad idea. Okay, people that invested, and you know who I'm talking about, some of you guys know me and be with me, there's always a window of opportunity with these guys, with these companies, and again with all of investments, but especially with the MLM guys, because they also need to be profitable. And some of them just not too long ago got people to invest in the S17, and not even the 73 terahash. It was, I think, the 50 or something else, and they're already unprofitable, right? And already there's a S19 in the works. Okay, now funny enough, the S9 miners, which are 14 terahash, they're only 14. Just imagine the difference, right, between 14 and 73 terahash. So one S9 is 14 compared to 73 right now, and the 110 that's available in June. Okay, now the other thing before I talk about the S9s, and this is part of what I want to talk about the great exodus, and then we'll be talking about these awesome numbers. And this spreadsheet is available to serious people. It took me a while to work out this spreadsheet, but I've got all the numbers right. So just wanted to get you guys excited about that when we talk about the numbers, the profitability, how much money you can make from this. Okay, now when you buy these machines from vendors or even directly, just remember you are going to be waiting possibly 3 months. Okay, let me just explain to you how they don't make these things up like eggs, or where they just have them on the shelf waiting for you and me to come place an order. No, that's not how it works. They make a set amount, okay, and then that goes into what they call a batch, and once that batch is sold out, it's sold out, right? Then you have to wait when they decide when they're going to make the next batch, and then there's a waiting period for them to make the batch, and then there's a waiting period for them to ship the batch, and then you've got to take delivery. And if you're doing this on your own, then you've got to deal with customs in your country as well, and it's a big headache. And if you like headaches, then definitely do it on your own. But what I'm offering, and what I'm going to speak about today, is turnkey solutions, where you understand what the role of a proper real McCoy investor is. Okay, he has got money, an investor's got money. and he wants to put his money where his money is going to grow in as in the most reasonable, okay, possible way, and the fastest way, in the safest possible way, and he manages his risk. He doesn't get involved in the plumbing, okay, quote unquote. He doesn't get involved in all the technical stuff. And you see, people like that don't make money. They want to control everything. They want to be the smartest tool in the shed. Okay, if you want to be the smartest, sharpest tool in the shed, you're not going to make any money, because you're going to be too busy trying to be smart. Okay, and when I say smart, I mean you want to be the technical guy. You want to be the guy that does everything but on your own, does your own mining, takes does all the negotiating to try to get the cheapest electricity. And again, if you're trying to do it in South Africa, good luck to you with Eskom, or else you can do an investment in a solar farm. But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is, you are then going to be burdened with all the technical issues, and it's going to cost you in time, and it's going to cost you in money. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, as an investor, and any investor will tell you, one of the most important things that we value and place a high value on is time. Okay, we want to be using our time to see, after we've made a specific investment, let's say we've bought 100 of these machines, okay, we've sent them off to the professionals. That's in a professional farming infrastructure with professionals, technicians looking after it every single day, and you just paying for that electricity and for that service, and you're still coming out with your profit. Okay, in the case of the S17, I'm going to talk about the electricity price as well, the price kilowatt per hour, and we'll cover that as well. And in the case of the S19, $348 a month, okay, and $192 a month for the S17, which is a lot of money if you're just sitting around doing nothing. All right, and you can focus your attention on other things. Now, those of you that love MLM, you are the MLM punters, and go and figure out how much you're making on 73 terahash per second, how much you're making per month. Okay, I can guarantee you it's not close to $192 a month. So take all your terahash, whether it's you've bought one S17 or not, or whatever your terahash is, and compare it to this. And I can tell you, and I'd like to know from you, comment on the under the video, and maybe even take a screenshot. Show us how much you are getting from your MLM company for 73 terahash. What is your monthly? I'm sure you'll be able to work it out from your dashboard. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here, guys, but let me get back on. Okay, now I want to give you guys as much background information before we start to talk about these awesome numbers. Okay, now so we're coming up to the halvening, so I need to cover that as well. So currently the 12.5 Bitcoin, so currently one block pays out 12.5 Bitcoin, and that is shared amongst all the miners. Okay, so the pool pays out the 12.5 Bitcoin. So for those of you that don't understand how mining works, just check out some of my previous videos. I'm not going to get into how mining works. I just want to get into the money and the profitability, and talking to my big boys that have got the big money and that want to see fast, well, in terms of assets, in terms of asset classes, what is able to provide you the best return based on the risk involved, right? So that's how investors think. So I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to talk about the how-to and the mechanics of mining, but basically you're going to put your miners into a specific pool, maybe it's slush pool or any of these other pools, and you will be paid according to your contribution of your power. So the more power you contribute, so this is the indication of power, the more power that you contribute, the more of the slice of the pie that you get, basically, in the most simplest terms. Okay, so you don't want to get technical, because like I said, we're investors, we are not scientists, we're not technical people, we are not sending spaceships to the moon. We just want to know that if we put in 1 million, we're going to get 10 million out, and that's that. Okay, within the best risk conditions as possible, because there is risk in all things, but we manage the risk, and I'm going to talk about that risk as well. Okay, now so we're talking about the S17, S19. Why should you do business with me? First of all, I'm providing a turnkey solution. In other words, I'm going to be responsible for conducting the entire transaction, from purchasing the mines at the best price. So you're not going to get a better price than what you're going to get from me. to getting them into state-of-the-art mining facilities, to negotiating the best possible price, and 7 cents is the maximum you're going to pay. I'll talk about that now shortly. 7 cents per kilowatt. Okay, and handing over, getting all the documentation. You get all this documentation from me. This is a full customer handbook that covers all of these: onboarding your miners, standboard, mining repairs. This is just informational. You are not going to do any of this, but I just want to show you how professional this partner of mine is. That this is where your miners are going to be housed, and you get a full customer handbook upon purchase. Okay, now again, I'm providing a turnkey solution. I'm not selling you mines. Okay, and it's not MLM either. This is me. I'm an entrepreneur. My company is 10x Mining, and you're going to be dealing with me, and then I'm going to hand you over to my partner. All right, and that's it. It's going to be hands off. Once the deal is done, once the miners are in, it's going to mine directly to your Bitcoin wallet every single day. And as you can see, if you decide to go with S17, this is what you can expect on at the price of 7 cents per kilowatt, and we can definitely negotiate that as low as possible. With every cent lower, you are saving a lot of monies. In other words, you are contributing more and more to your bottom line, okay? Because this is your biggest cost when it comes to mining, is electricity. And that's the reason why you need to deal with the best possible mining facilities from a price point of view, and also from a risk point of view, right? And jurisdiction, the judiciary that's involved in that country where you are mining, and all of that. So those are very, very important risk factors that you as an investor must take into account. Okay, and then on the S17, obviously it's almost double. Sorry, S19 almost basically almost double. Yeah. Obviously the electricity is more, because slightly more. It was $20 more per month, I think. Let me just check. Yeah, about $20 more, and that's because yeah, it's more power, right? It's double the power, but you're only paying about $20 more, but you're also getting a lot more profit from the S19. And of course, it's slightly, I mean, it is more expensive. I wouldn't even say slight. It's a couple $100 more expensive than the S17. So definitely, if you can afford to go with the S19, definitely go. There's a longer waiting period here because this batch has not been released yet. And we will get it the fastest as well out of all the vendors. Again, that's the other thing. You don't want to be paying for something and then waiting 3, 4, 6 months, okay? Because you're not making money. You're going to be waiting for it, and then it's going to arrive, and then you're going to plug it in, and then already you're upset, you're nervous, you're anxious, your anxiety levels are through the roof. Okay, you're taking all the stress balls under the planet. So rather deal with professionals, deal with turnkey solutions. What I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I promise you, people have waited 3 to 6 months for these things to arrive, and then all the delays in between. Let it be handled by professionals from acquisition to installation and configuration, guys, so that you are stress-free and everything is handled on your behalf, so that you can focus on other investments, cash cows, and so on, right? Okay, so and then this one is 2 weeks from purchase. 2 weeks will be installed and configured, delivered, installed, and configured. Okay, and then commissioned. And everything handed over to you. You send over your wallet address, and the miners mine directly into your wallet. All right. So let's see now. Let's see where we're gonna go to next. All right. So just talk about. So before we get to the numbers, let's just look at the historic movement and the price of Bitcoin. You can see this is not really a lot of these. Charts say 17,000 was the high point, and that's not true. 19,000 was. So if you look at a proper trading chart, you'll see that the highest point was almost $20,000, and that's the right that's the right record of that. But you can see all the dips, and then up again, and then you know, we up and down. But what's important to take from here is that all markets do this. Okay, all markets do this. All right, and the higher the swings, the more money you're able to make if you're in that particular market. Here, if you, let's say you started mining here, you would have held, and then sold maybe half or all of your Bitcoin, and then continued mining and possibly upgrading equipment, and then again holding, and then selling, or just holding all the way, right? So again, we're going to talk about this when we get to the numbers, because you know, you are able to buy and sell from this golden goose, because we call these golden gooses because they're the golden goose that lays these golden eggs of Bitcoin. All right. And then let's talk about quickly the network difficulty as it changes, and let's talk about the great exodus. So a lot of the experts are saying that about, I think, 30% or more of all the miners are still S9 miners, okay? And these guys that have got hundreds and thousands of these S9 miners, these investors, either one investor or group of investors that own thousands of the S9 miners. Now, the S9 miners are the miners before, you know, way before S17. The S miners came out around 2000, and I think it was 2017 when we upgraded from S7 to the S7 to the S9. Okay, which is this four. I mean, that time it was it was incredible. The speed was, the power was 14 terahash per second. That was the rate at which it mined. But you can see it's like a donkey compared to these ones now, right? I mean, the S19 is just S9 is no comparison to these racehorses. I mean, like I said, it's a donkey compared to these newest racehorses. And obviously, you know, and as time goes on, this will be the new donkey. But right now, it's the latest and greatest racehorse with the highest mining terahash. So when they talk about the great exodus, guys, let me try to explain it to you. Remember, or rather, keep in mind that we are coming up for the halving in about 2 months time. I think 2-3 months. And halving means that the block reward is gonna be halved. Okay, right now it's 12.5. Before that was 25. So what that means is the reward was 25 Bitcoins per block that was mined. You know, because remember, miners get rewarded for keeping the network safe and processing transactions. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. I'm assuming that you know all this stuff, and if you don't, please do the research. There's a lot of videos that cover the basics. But you get paid 25 Bitcoin per block, right? Currently, the most recent halving, 2016, it was at a half from 25 to 12.5 Bitcoin. So everyone that mines a block, so all the miners that mine a block, share in that 12.5 Bitcoin. And as you can see from these estimates, that this is the share that you get per month if you have so much power, and this is the share that you get per month if you're contributing that much power. Obviously, the more power you get, so if you double this will double, okay? And if you doubled this would double, okay? Okay, so I hope that's starting to make sense. Now, you always wanna be hunting for the best possible electricity, because that's gonna increase your bottom line there. All right, but let's not get too crazy with the math. I want to get to the point here. 30% or more of all of the miners that make up this network, this difficulty, because the more miners mining, the more difficult it becomes, right? It's the algorithm. The algorithm adjusts itself according to the number of miners, okay? Now, and it's all algorithmic, it's all mathematical. Now, let me try to explain this to you. So, the more difficult it becomes, the more mining power you need, all right, to solve the equation, basically. The S9 miners are struggling, okay? So they're dropping out. You know, if you got 2 S miners, you're gone. You know, the guys who got 1,000 S miners, they obviously, you know, they are cascading them to have all the, you know, like, so if you have S9 miners at 14 terahash per second per ASIC miner, S9 ASIC miner, that's 14,000 terahash that you have, right, in total power. Okay, 14,000 terahash. That's a lot of power. But they will be falling. They'll be they'll be falling off, because you can understand that the same because they paid about the same price. This mine is about $2,500. That's how much the S9 guys paid for their S9 miners. Okay, so 1,000 of these is 110,000 terahash, as compared to 14,000 terahash. Okay, it's a big difference. So the speculation is that these S9 miners are going to be falling off. Okay, they're going to be falling off the network, because more and more of these are coming online. Okay, the S17, S19, and that's going to adjust this this difficulty and the hash rate. Okay, again, it's not easy to explain it, and I don't want to get into the technicalities of it. What I'm saying is you are making a good decision if you are purchasing S17s and S19s now. It's not to say that, okay, again, I don't want to get too technical and confuse people. Okay, I just want to show you the hash rate as it's changing up and down. There's miners, and that's another risk that you need to factor in, that there are miners supporting the network. That's very, very important. It's kind of like if there's no banks, right? And you've got millions and there's nobody taking your currency, and there's no banks to verify your transactions, then there's no economy around that, right? What I'm saying is they are assisting and perpetuating the Bitcoin economy, because these miners are the backbone of the Bitcoin economy, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, as well, in addition to what I just said. All right, now so let's talk about let's just have a quick look at this, and I encourage you to download Coindesk's quarterly review, where they compare gold, they compare S&P 500, they compare Bitcoin, and you can see but oil is not looking good, and people are saying oil is not going to recover. Some of the top experts, some of the richest guys, are getting out of oil. Apparently the oil guys are in a lot of trouble, and actually asking people to buy the oil, take the oil off of their hands for free, because they've got no way to put this oil. There's no demand in oil, and there's even crazier speculation that oil is going to go down to $5 a barrel. Okay, in other words, there'll be no need for oil, and it makes sense, because that's the way the world is going. The world is becoming more and more digitized. Our money is becoming digitized. Our way of life is becoming digitized. Our cars are digital. Everything is digital. So there's good reason to believe that some of the speculation about oil, right? But as you can see with Bitcoin, it's in there. It's in the mix with some of the biggest top commodities and investments out there, right? And there's speculation that this is going to do this, because remember that money is being printed now, and money is being given away. We're going into zero interest rate. Even in our country, interest rates are being slashed, and already in Europe they've got negative interest rates, and it's not a good thing, right? And that's gonna render all of the fiat that we have right now completely worthless. Now, I know we've been saying it since 2017, 2016, but these things don't have an exact date. But you can see from the events that are happening, and and from what COVID-19, what it's been sparking, the giving. I mean, governments are literally giving money away, even in this country. Like the amount of money that's been given away, in quote unquote, to families, to businesses, is unheard of. It's unprecedented, and still governments and countries, according to the IMF, they've seen over 90 countries coming to them to borrow money, and again they say it's unprecedented. It's never ever happened before. So the value of our money is disappearing. All right, and again, it's about your belief, it's about your background, it's about how much information, background knowledge you have on these things in order for you to make a move. So let's say you're sitting with 100 million rand in the bank, or in liquid cash, or in assets. You've got to make a decision as to whether you believe that money is going to become, because based on your belief, based on your understanding, based on your knowledge, you are going to make decisions, and those decisions are going to determine where you're going to be a year, 2, 3, 4 years from now. And it's those decisions that are going to determine whether you're still going to be a millionaire or a multimillionaire. I can tell you right now, and I believe all that's been said by some of the biggest, smartest minds on the planet, that these crises are the catalyst for the transfer of wealth, for the flipping of wealth, where a certain group of people that were wealthy in before pre-COVID-19 were suddenly unwealthy, and that wealth has been transferred to the ones that took the risks and made the decisions, because those are the ones, and the ones that are multimillionaires, billionaires, and realize the transition that's happening, and make necessary decisions of the transfer of transferring their assets and transferring their wealth into other assets, are the ones who are going to remain the multimillionaires and the billionaires in the new world that will be post COVID-19. And all you got to do is go back in history, look at all the world wars, and you'll see the exact same pattern. When there were famines, when there were wars, when people were dying, some people ran for the hills, and others ran into the war zone and became stinking rich, because they made the right decisions. They read the signs of the times. They realized that the world is cyclic, that economies are cyclic, that everything in our world is cyclic. Okay, this COVID-19 is not going to last forever. It's cyclic. It's a cyclic. It started at the bottom. If you can imagine a graph, it started over there. It started rising. It's going to hit a peak, and it's going to come down, and it's going to disappear. But during that transition, what's also going to transition is the money in people's hands, the money in people's portfolios. Okay, it's going to change hands. All right, these catastrophes allow for the changing of hands of money. Okay, that's what you got to understand, through different assets. Okay, where people want to hold on to assets like oil. You know, if people have got a lot of money in oil, they're going to lose it. Right? Those that are wise are going to do the transition. They're going to go from oil to Bitcoin to gold. All right. Those that don't understand what's going on, they want to hold on, throw their head, do whatever, and hope for the best, are going to lose that money, and that's going to go into the hand. It's going to change hands. So that's what I mean, and that's what's happening. Okay. Now let's talk about how we can make money with this. Now let's say you wanted to buy, and I'm only selling these in batches of 100. I'm not selling less than that. Okay. If you do want to buy 80 or 60, or minimum, the lowest I'll go is 50. Let's have a chat. Okay. But minimum 100 up to 500, and then we can talk about more units if you want more than 500. Okay, and again, like I said, we're talking to big boys. Not unfortunately, this is not for small players. So 100 of these. So let's just focus on 100. I've just highlighted different numbers over here, but let's just talk about 100 S17 73 terahash with PSU, and then 100 S19. So let's just focus on that number, so we can talk through the earnings, profits, and so on. So it's going to cost you 4 million. Okay, and that's $210,000, $250 $210,250, or something like that. Sounding like Zuma and Trump now. But 4 million, and then on the 100 Antminer S19 Pro, 110 terahash, it's also Pro by the way, terahash per second with PSU, you're looking at 7.5 million rand, and that's close to $400,000 for those that are not based in South Africa. The reason why I'm referencing South African rands, guys, is because I am South African, and a lot of my investors are based in South Africa. But if you are in the US or other countries, then this would make more sense to you. And then if you do want to switch, if you do ever want to move between the currencies, it's 19 at the moment. So it's 19 rand to the dollar. Okay, and that's another reason for you to make a move on this. Now let's talk about the earnings and the profit. Now again, this is excluding the electricity. Okay, as I said, I'm getting electricity at 7 cents per kilowatt, but we can negotiate that out, down. I'm going to try to get I'm saying 7 cents max, but I'll definitely do my best to get it down as low as possible, like even as low as 3 cents. But again, I don't want to mention any of that because I don't want anybody to hold me to that. Okay, now let's look at the earnings, and this is again working at the current Bitcoin price of around $7,556. Okay, and again, I've put all of these references here for you guys. This is the amount of Bitcoin mined after you take the electricity cost off. Okay, remember I said I'm supplying you turnkey solution. Okay, so this is your profit because I've already taken into account the $147. And again, this is estimates. It's subject to change. Okay, so if you come to me 3 weeks or 4 weeks after you've watched this video, or a month or 2 months after you watch this video, then please expect these numbers to change, okay? Because we're living in a world of exchange rates and economies, and they change. The Bitcoin price is going to change, the exchange rate will change, it might go down, it might go up, I don't know, all right? But as of this particular moment, on the 25th of April, at about 11 a.m. South African Standard Time, these are the prices and current exchange rates that we're working with. Okay, so $192. So let's not forget about that. That's just what you're going to get because I'm not selling these I'm not selling these numbers. I start from 100. Okay, so that's why, and that's why I've highlighted it in green. So 100 machines are going to mine you 100 S17 Pro machines. Now we're going to talk about the S19 shortly. So 100 S9 machines are going to mine you $19,200 per month in Bitcoin, and I've shown the Bitcoin equivalent 2.53 Bitcoin per month, and per year that is going to be 30.45 Bitcoins per year, and that's 364,000 Rand per month, and 4.4 roughly 4.4 million Rand per year. Okay, now let's see. Again, let me just, I'm sure you guys have done maths, right? And in maths, when you're working out a complex equation, you make certain assumptions. Okay, now we're making assumptions here. We're assuming all of these values that I'm showing here are true and will remain true, assuming that this price stays the same, that the difficulty and the hash rate stay the same, that the electricity stays the same, and the exchange rate stays the same if you're dealing with rands. Okay, I just want you to be cognizant of the moving values over here. These values are not static, they are moving. Okay, please be aware of that. So all of these variables are in motion. All right, but in order for us to have a logical conversation, we've got to assume that that they're stationary at this particular moment in time. So let's assume, again, for the sake of the conversation, the logic and the maths, that all of these variables remain constant, which they won't, but for the sake of this conversation, that they remain constant, that you make 4.4 million a year. Okay, well, then you've made almost 400,000, so almost $500,000 you've made in a year doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so that's I just want to show you guys how good this investment is, because again, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, but compared to a house or compared to other investments, that just on very conservatively, you're going to get back 400,000 or 400,000 Rand per year. All right, from this investment. All right, 400,000, because this equipment. So you've not only got a cash value investment return, you've also got the value of this equipment. Okay, which is valued at 4 million. Okay, or $210,000 plus what you've just mined. So your total value now is 8 million. Okay, 8 million, of which you've made a profit of 300. Okay, so you not only, well, you've actually made 4 million, because the value of your equipment, because this is an asset. Every single machine makes you money. Okay, so it's an asset. So in actual fact, you've made 4.37 million, because the rest is is the value is here. So even if you take, even if you put in depreciation, if you factor in depreciation and you half the value of these miners, you can still get back, you can still recover 2 million, assuming a depreciation of 50% plus your 4 million. Okay, so in other words, if you decide to just sell everything, including taking into account the Bitcoin that you've just mined, okay, for that year, you've actually made 2.4 million rand. You've made 2.4 million rand. All right, on in worst case, because I'm assuming a depreciation here of 50%. It's not as much as that. So anywhere between 2.4 and 4.4 million, for example, that's how much money you've made, and you've only invested 4 million. Okay, and you've made between 2.4 and say 4 million. All right, I don't know how that sounds to you, but that sounds awesome to me. You know, it sounds like a great situation to me. Okay, now let's assume that the price of Bitcoin doubles. All right, let's assume the Bitcoin price doubles. Well, then you've made 8 million, 8.7. Okay, and if it triples, you've made 13 million. All right, 13 million in that year. Okay, because it can definitely do that, and that's what it does. That's what Bitcoin has proven. I've just shown you the history of Bitcoin. That's what it does every single year. Okay, and with this current crisis, it's bound to do just that. All right, and again, this is speculation. I'm not looking into a crystal mirror. I'm looking at history. I'm looking at many factors, and that's what you need to do as well. Now let's go into the S19. Okay, so the S19, you're going to pay 400. I've just highlighted 250, 500 in case you're thinking of taking more. So 100 is going to set you back 7.5 million. That's almost $400,000. All right, now let's look at how much that's going to get you. So it's 7.5 million. At the current rates, again, the static, you are going to make almost 8 million rand. All right. Again, guys, if you are in the States or you are working dollars, just divide this by 19. I didn't do all the conversions. I did a lot of it. But okay, so 7.5. So you're making 500,000 as well. You're making about 500,000. If you take into account, and if we imagine that these numbers are static, okay, we have to assume that the numbers are static for the year, and you make $500,000 at best, or at worst they'll change down, but at best they'll stay the same. And in this situation, definitely there's a good chance we're going to look at an explosion. I'm just talking about doubling. You know, Bitcoin can sometimes go 10x. You know, we've seen it happen. So I'm not sucking these things out of my thumb. I'm not talking about things that have never happened. This has happened. Bitcoin has gone 2x, 3x, 4x, 10x. Okay, in the matter of a year. We saw it in 2017. Okay, it went from $1,000 beginning of 2017 to $20,000. Right? That's not 10x. That's 20x. Okay, so so these speculations are not, they're not far-fetched. They are very much real because they've happened before. All right, so if Bitcoin doubles, you're looking at doubling your investment within a year to almost 60 million, almost $1 million. And the same if it triples. Again, when we're talking now about Bitcoin, that's already, as I said, it's shown that it has the capability to 10x. So if you're 10xing this, it's 70 million, which is $10 million. Okay, not even 23, not even 1.2 million. This is a conversion divided by 19, as I showed you, as I explained to you. So 23, if it triples, 23 million. Okay, and that's from an investment of 7.5 million. Okay, now again, you have if you factored in, and if you decided to sell your turnkey solution, which is what it is, and you assume the depreciation after a year of 50%, then you're looking at 4 million, 3.5 million, okay, or $200,000 on top of 7 million, or what is that, divided by 2, that's 4 million. Am I right? $400,000. Yeah. $400,000. So I just want to convert this to dollars for my friends that are in dollars. 400 plus $200,000. You've made $600,000 from $400,000 profit. Okay, I'm talking about profit now. All right, because you remember this is your Bitcoin value. This is what your asset has produced. But your asset is still valued even at 50% depreciation. It's still valued at 4 million rand. That's $400,000. Okay, $200,000. It's still valued at that. Okay, so so $200,000 plus the 400,000 that you've just made for that year, $600,000 from an investment of $400,000 dollars. Okay, so have I got that right? 400 plus 600. Yeah, that's 100% right. And the same with the 8 million. Let's go back to rands. If that depreciates and you sell it for 4 million, assuming a 50% depreciation, again, for me it's worst case scenario, because it's an asset and it's still producing. It's still producing at that time. 50% plus 8 million, you're sitting with 12 million. So it's 4 plus 12. So you've invested 8 and you've made 4. That's if you sell. But if you continue mining, then you just continue making money. It's a cash cow. It just keeps on churning out money because it's yeah, that's what it does. It just makes money all day long. And again, if the price of Bitcoin doubles, you're looking at 15 million for that year, and if it triples, 3. And again, this is all dependent on how you've got full control. Remember, the stuff gets mined directly into your wallet, so you can watch the market. You know, like if Bitcoin skyrockets next month to $8,000. Sorry, not to 8,000, to $16,000. You take whatever you mine for that. Let's say you've mined, because it's mining 4 per month. You take two of those Bitcoin and you liquidate it. You sell it for $16,000. You've made each 4 times 2 times 16, $32,000. You continue mining. You still got Bitcoin. You wait. The price of Bitcoin keeps rising. You mining, and again, you have amazing profit margins. It's ridiculous. It's insane, and it's worth it if you ask me. Now, guys, if you are interested, let's chat. My details will be in the description. Okay, my WhatsApp, my email address. Give me an email, give me a shout. We can talk, we can Zoom, we can Skype, we can share screens, we can go over it and over and over it again as many times as you want. Provided you've got the money. Look, if you don't have the money, guys, please, let's not waste each other's time. I'm talking to serious people. Whether you want to come in as a group or whether you want to come in as an individual, it's fine. Just let's chat. I'll take you through the entire process, how it works, how we get the money, how we move, how the machines get acquired and delivered, configured, installed. As I said, I send you the full onboarding document, the customer handbook, so you know exactly what's going on, okay, and how the entire process works. As it's going to detail everything for you. It's a couple of pages of fully understandable, just to give you a guide of what happens to your equipment when it lands at the facilities, and you know all the steps that you can take, and so on. Okay, so let me just oops, sorry. All of that is in the handbook, so get hold of me if you're interested, if this makes sense, if you're excited about what's going on and the possibilities. You've got the money, or you've got a group of people that have got the money, or you want to come in as a group. That's perfectly fine. My details, as I said, are in the bottom. Get hold of me. My name's Craig. I've been involved in Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin trading for many years. I'm in all the top groups. I get all the latest information. And again, these these machines are yours. They belong to you, right? They're not part of any company or MLM, operation. These are your machines, okay, that get hosted in professional mining facilities with the best access to 24-hour electricity, 24-hour monitoring, the proper technical expertise, as I showed you, is detailed in this document. Okay, it's fully all detailed in this document that I'm happy to share with you, so that you know exactly how everything works. But again, as an investor, you want to be hands off, right? You just want to be checking your wallet every day if you want, or every week, or every month. You know that your machines are up, your machines are running. You're not sweating, running into your workshop or into your garage or onto your farm, checking and wondering why it's not working, why it's down, or the electricity is too expensive, or it's down, or the stuff is overheating. All of these seen, known and unknown, foreseen and unforeseen situations you don't want in your life. Okay, you just want to be able to know that you put your money somewhere, it's growing at a unusual rate. When I say unusual, I mean compared to the usual ways investors make money with property, unit trust, and all this blah blah blah. And you don't want to be bothered with technical issues. If you are that type of person, then you're not really an investor. You're more of a, I don't know. You kind of you want too much control over things, and you're not valuing your time. The type of guy that wants to mow his own lawn. He doesn't value his time, right? It's going to take him 6 hours of his day to mow the lawn because he wants to save, $100 because he doesn't want to pay someone to mow the lawn for him. So it's the same thing, right? You want people doing the stuff for you. You don't want to be doing it yourself. You just want to be making the money so you can focus on other investments, growing your portfolio, and focusing on other money making activities, and buying back your time essentially. So I hope that makes sense. Again, we have both of these ASIC machines available. It's turnkey. Turnkey solution. I'm not just selling you a mine. I'm actually doing what the MLM companies do. Right? That's what they bluff you guys. You guys, and I mean, I was in it, but I'm the type of person that asks questions, right? Like, how do these guys do it? Like, you know what I mean? And this is what they do, right? This is what but I'm not selling you MLM. This is not an MLM package. I'm a businessman, and I'm selling you a turnkey solution. I'm just telling you this is how the MLM companies do it. They use your money that you pay, and all of you pay, because and again, they really, all business is, and I don't say this in a condescending or destructive way, but all businesses really make money on the ignorance of others, right? Well, I mean, that's how money is made. Okay, because if you know something, why would you want to pay somebody else to do it, right? I mean, everybody, every profession, every business makes their money based on the ignorance of other people. So the more ignorant a majority of people or mass of people are about a certain thing, the more money that business makes. Okay, so that's what these MLM companies do. Because I mean, that's what ignorance is. It just means that you don't know. It doesn't mean that you're stupid. It just means that you don't have information, the knowledge, and all of that to put together a solution for yourself. And so they obviously take advantage of that. And I say advantage not in a bad way, but they're taking advantage of an opportunity to make money, right? And people make money off people. They don't make money off cows and sheep. I mean, what I mean by that is that sheep and cows don't reach into their pocket and give you money. People do, right? So they do this. They negotiate rates based on numbers, because they know through the MLM model they can get a lot of numbers, and if they can get a good number of people through the leaders that they use, the hype guys, the guys that do all the hyping up, and then they can collect all this money, buy machines in bulk, and of course negotiate prices with mining facilities that don't belong to them. Right? That's it. I'm sorry, I let the cat out of the bag. The proverbial cat out of the bag. And then they enjoy all of the, and that's why if you ask an MLM company to show you their books and show everything out, they won't do it. They will tell you some story via their leaders, and then their leaders obviously are the front men. And then of course they'll tell you, no, whatever you see in your back office, that's the truth, and just believe it, and don't ask questions, because if you do, we'll get everybody to shout you down and make you look like a fool. I'm just telling you, man, because that's what they do. I've seen it. I'm telling you, that's what they do. That's how they operate. So like I said, go and calculate go to your back office. If you have like 110 terahash or more, and you're not getting this out per month, then you know what the difference is that company's taking. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, that's if you have this amount of mining power, and you are getting let's say $48 out per month from this, then that company that you're mining with is taking a whopping $300 or more, because if their electricity is less than 7 cents, they're getting far more. And I can tell you right now, if they're not getting electricity at 7 cents, then they don't know what they're doing. But if you're getting $50, for example, and your hash power is that, then they are basically making $300 off of your investment. How does that make you feel? I don't know. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel bad? Does it make you feel sad? Does it make you feel mad? I don't know. You tell me. But I'm offering you a full turnkey solution. All this money, after we do the deal, this money belongs to you. Like nobody. The only money that gets paid over is the electricity. And it's all built in. All the service fees are built in as well. And then this is what you take home. Okay, assuming that you have a S19. Well, again, it's this times 100. Okay, because I'm only selling this in batches of 100 and more, as I said to you guys in the previous, during this video, I did mention it. So guys, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope it was educational. I hope it was informational, and I hope it was entertaining. Like, I try to be entertaining, but when I'm dealing with numbers, I'm always serious, because numbers are important. Numbers are serious, and numbers don't lie. So you guys saw the numbers. You can go back and look at the numbers again on this video. If you know people that have got the money, if you've got the money, contact me. If you know people that have got the money, refer them to me. I'm sure we can work out something on the side where I give you, I'll give you a decent referral. It'll definitely be in the tens of thousands if the deal goes through. I'm happy to do that kind of deal with you. If you refers someone that's got a lot of money and needs help and guidance with this, and I'm happy to give you a percentage if that deal goes through. Okay, and if you want to do it in groups, definitely get hold of me, and we can do it. And if you're a financial advisor and you want to make sure that all the risks are covered and you're not getting your clients into any type of risky waters, then definitely come chat to me. But then again, I heard a little bird say that pension funds are in trouble, provident funds are in trouble. All of these so-called quote-unquote safe investments are all in trouble. So, like I said, the tables are turning, and you got to decide what decisions you want to make, which side, when this table flips, and it's flipping already, which side you're going to find yourself on. Are you going to find yourself on the side where you've become poor, or you're going to find yourself on the side where you've become ridiculously wealthy, and you've taken advantage of this current catastrophe, this pandemic, and as much as people don't want to face it or frown on it, but the fact of the matter is, and the fact of the money, it's actually a great phrase I just made up there. The fact of the money, and the fact of the situation, and the fact of the matter is, pandemics create opportunities, wars create opportunities, all kinds of catastrophes, whether you like it or not, whether you want to hear it or not, whether it gels with your ethical and moral compass or not, the fact of the matter, they create opportunities. And it's whether you recognize it. First of all, it's whether you want to, join the band and walk in a single file and walk down that destitute road of the pandemic or the war or whatever, or you want to separate yourself from the crowd and say, what opportunities are available now? Am I making the right decisions? Is my investment nest egg, is it safe, or should I start looking at how to diversify and look at where possibly certain asset classes are going to take off as a result of this pandemic, as a result of this catastrophe that's upon us? Because you've heard it time and time again on the news, everywhere, that the world is not going to be the same. Okay, and it's not going to be the same because economies are changing. We are in a paradigm shift right here. Whether you realize, first of all, whether you recognize it or whether you realize it or not. Okay, the sooner you realize it, the better. The sooner you open your eyes, the better. But if you don't want to, that's fine. It's all on you. Like I said, people that refuse to accept change, refuse to open their eyes, want to frown on people like me because I talk about opportunities in situations like this. That's you. That's on you. That's fine. That's do what you want to do. I'm talking about people that realize what there's opportunity in all worldwide pandemics, crashes, and all of that. It all depends on how you are positioning yourself based on your education, based on your beliefs, based on the knowledge that's available to you, and whether you act on those convictions or not. All right, because no use having conviction and then you just sit around and do nothing. Right, you need to act on that conviction, and once you've acted on that conviction, realize that you are to blame if whether you become wealthy from taking action on that conviction or whether you become poor. It's all on you. You're not going to come back and blame me. You're not going to blame your father, your mother, your sister, your cousin, your sister, whoever. You're not going to blame nobody but yourself, okay? Because it's your conviction and it's your action. But again, taking no action is also the decision, and you also got to blame yourself for that as well. So, having said that, guys, I'm going to end this video. I want to thank you once again for taking the time to listen to me. Whether you agree with me or not, feel free to leave a comment. Again, get a hold of me if you want to get going and you want to discuss this and start moving forward. And with that, I'm out of here. Do me a favor, subscribe to my channel and ring that bell. Okay. For more videos, so you get notified when I make more of these kind of videos, which I will be. Okay. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. So do go ahead, subscribe, and ring that bell. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers.
You will call me Commander.